offer both for the Team USA side and from these players on the All-Star side too.
Yeah, I think this is a really fun opportunity just to get the fans out and see what the United States are really working with. What we have to look at is, yes, there is Team USA, there is a roster set for this summer, but everybody on this field is Olympic hopeful, and I think that having this big pool of athletes kind of face off and square against each other is amazing, and you're getting to see really good pitching, you're getting to see really good defense, you're getting to see really good at-bats, and everybody on this field is hoping to be on that Olympic roster in 2028.
Yeah, and we're seeing Carlin Pickens here, the starting pitcher. She ended the last game for the All-Stars. She'll start the All-Stars this one as well, as she pitched 2/3 of an innings, gave up just 1 hit and a run, but was able to strike out 1 and walk 1 as well. But she is someone that would definitely be a candidate to be on that Olympic roster here in a few years.
Yes, and she's been so fun to watch just throughout her collegiate career. Carlin Pickens hit the fastest pitch thrown this season. She can hit all of her spots. She's just an absolutely great pitcher. And for her to be on the All-Star team, I think she's just so hopeful to make it to that next roster.
Well, Team USA was the home team in Game 1. They will be the visitors for this one. And it will start with Amanda Lorenz to lead things off for Team USA, and she'll play right field in this one. As Lorenz, she had a great Game 1, going 2 for 2, had a couple of walks as well, as you see the Team USA lineup here. And they've changed a few things from Game 1, but for the most part, it is the same players that are in there, because the Team USA roster, it's not big like you would see on a college roster.
Yeah, and we can kind of talk about the size of that roster. You can't travel with very many athletes, and I think that's what makes it really tough about selecting this roster, is you have to choose 15, and then you can have some alternates, but your athletes that are set to this roster have to be able to play both sides of the field because it's so limited.
And talking with Patty Gasso yesterday, before the rain came in and washed out the doubleheader yesterday, but she was talking about how at OU she has 25 scholarships, and she has to cut the number that she's used to having available for her from game to game to 15 with the international game.
Yeah, it's a really tough thing to do when you have this much talent throughout the United States. Everybody here could technically do some damage on the Olympic stage, but you've got to narrow it down to just 15.
Pickens with the 1-1 has Lorenz foul this one off, and Pickens ahead in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lorenz, a 3-time All-American at Florida. Now Pickens with the 1-2. Try to paint that outside edge, and it evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's such a great variety of collegiate athletes, professional athletes, athletes who play overseas in Japan.
And there's a called strike 3 on the outside edge, catches Lorenz looking, and Pickens starts this game the way she would like, with a strikeout there. And it brings up Jada Coleman, who had one of the big hits in Game 1, 2-run homer, and went 2 for 2 in the game, and gets a big ovation. Seems like all of the former Sooners get the big ovations here in Oklahoma City. Check swing didn't go.
They had fans on the edge of their seats for 4 years straight, so I think you're going to see a lot of cheering when you see some Sooners step into the box here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Jada Coleman, 4-time national champion at OU, and swings through that one. 3-time All-American, and is the Big 12 Player of the Year in 2023. Had some good times, I'm sure, in this stadium.
It's just crazy to think her college career ended 4 years straight on this field. And a lot of girls are just happy to play on this field just once in their lifetime, but to know that there's quite a few of the athletes in these dugouts who have played on this stage at the collegiate level.
And only one team gets to end their season on a win, and she got to do it every single season. Pickens now with the 2-2. Poked to the left side, and that's going to reach the seats. Nice catch there.
Good crowd.
So it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Coleman from the Colony, Texas. That one's on the ground over to second base. Hops off of Leach, and Coleman will be aboard here. It was hit hard, but Leach was able to get in front of it a bit, and crawls up her arm, and they will count that as an error on her.
It's a play that you've got to be able to make here on this stage. She covered a lot of ground for that, but just wasn't able to get it clean.
Now Kinzie Hansen comes to the plate, playing first base in this one. And looks at strike one. Hansen went 1 for 3, had that 2-run single down the right field line, and gave Team USA some much-needed insurance runs in the bottom of the 6th in Game 1. Fouled that one back to the screen, and now she's in a hole 0-2. And with a pitcher as good as Pickens and someone who has the strikeout number she does, you have to change your approach, don't you?
Yeah, I think even just knowing her speed, she's able to mix her speeds like no pitcher I've ever seen before. I mean, she can.
And this one finds center field for a base hit. Coleman stops at second, and 2 are aboard here in the first.
Pickens is just able to really mix her speeds. We've seen her reach that 79-mile-per-hour pitch, and then she's able to get down into the 60s and upper 50s, and that's really tough as a hitter to be able to find your balance, get your timing right, and just know what speed she's going to throw. It's very difficult to hit a pitcher like Pickens.
Now Skylar Wallace comes to the plate, and first pitch swinging, lines it right at third base. Megan Grant able to be ready for it there, and that's why they call it the hot corner right there. And luckily for Team USA, all the runners were aware too and freezed on that line drive to where they could both get back.
Really great play by Grant, being heads up on seeing if she could get a double play on that.
Now it's Bubba Nichols looking at ball 1. Nichols went 1 for 2 with a single. Was able to come around and score, and also walked in the game. And this one finds center field as well. Coleman comes around second, and she will score. The throw cut off, and now over to third base, and yeah, she will be out. Hansen caught on the bases. So good defensive play to make the cut on the infield and make the play over at third base, but not before Nichols drives in the first run of the game.
That's just a base running mistake by Kinzie Hansen, just kind of being out in no man's land, seeing that ball get cut, not being able to get to third base in time.
And so Team USA gets on the board. They're up 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. We had to go into the 4th inning before we saw the first runs come on the board for either side in Game 1, but Team USA able to strike first right away, and they take advantage of the error. They score that run. It ends up being an unearned run because of the error that allowed Coleman to get on. But Team USA, they're a great team, of course, and they take advantage of mistakes like that.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's really special about all these athletes. They're going to be aggressive on the base paths. They're going to take advantage of any extra pitches that they get, any opportunities that they get, any errors that happen. These athletes are going to take advantage of the small things, and that's what you see a big difference in the athletes that are here and maybe the athletes that aren't.
So now we see Lexi Kilfoyle, who'll start this one. She ended Game 1 and recorded the save, in fact, and as she pitched the final inning, gave up 1 hit and 2 runs, walked 1 and struck out 1 as she gave up the 2-run homer to Aubrey Leach. But she struck out a dangerous hitter in Jocelyn Allo, caught her looking to end the game. Now Kilfoyle will have the start here in Game 2, and she'll start with Kayla Kowalik. Went 1 for 2 in game 1. And she'll start behind the plate as you see the all-star lineup there. And Alo again is right in the middle at the cleanup spot. Leach, who also hit a home run, is in that third spot for Team USA. First pitch from Kilfoyle misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And you were talking about team construction, and again, talking with Patty Gasso, she was talking about how tough that has been and how they've been using a lot of analytics, looking at numbers as well as to more explain why someone made it over someone else and maybe be able to explain what they need to work on to make the team next time around.
Yeah, I think the game has just gotten so much more technology based, maybe. I think that it just tells you so much more information than you were able to get back when they selected the 2020 team and even the years before. I think that technology has really changed the game and understanding what the potential is of each athlete, what to look forward to from each athlete, where they're currently at and how they're growing in the off seasons and the effort and energy that they're putting into the off season. Technology has really played a big role in the selection of the teams. And I mean, it's in every sport. I feel like it's not just here, but technology has played a big role in just sports today.
That one's on a line and into right field for a base hit. So leadoff hitter for the All-Stars is aboard with Kowalik finding right field there. You made an interesting point earlier, too, about how a one-dimensional player really doesn't have a shot with how limited the rosters are. You can't have someone that, okay, they are the pinch runner that will come in and steal a base if you need one. You have to do more than that to make this team.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really tough because you have so many really good hitters or so many really good pitchers, but you've got to be able to be a pitcher that can also play a position, or maybe a catcher that can play the corners as well, or maybe a middle infielder who's comfortable with both sides of the field, a middle infielder that has a good arm to get across the diamond. You've got to be a good hitter that can play defensively because you don't have a ton of spots for just a DP or, like you said, a pinch runner. You don't have those opportunities with a 15-man roster. So I think that's what makes it really tough, and you've got to really narrow down where your skills are and get really good at them, but also be comfortable with the flexibility of trying other positions and doing different things just to get yourself into the lineup, into the roster.
Koffel goes down swinging there as Kilfoyle just takes 3 pitches and sits her down and brings up Aubrey Leach. The runner on and 1 out.
And we're seeing Kinsey Hansen over at first base, and she's typically just a catcher.
That one into the gap, but covering a ton of ground there is Jayla Coleman, who runs that one down. There's 2 away. That we saw a home run from her in game 1, and now she flashes the defense and shows why she's on this team. Like we talked about, she's a great defender too, can cover a ton of range out there in center.
Yeah, Jada Coleman is one of the best players I've ever seen defensively and offensively. She's great on the base paths. She's a triple threat in the box, but she also covers so much ground, and she can play the fence better than anybody I've ever seen.
Now Jocelyn Alo again hit that home run to open up the scoring in game 1, and now runner goes, and the throw down to second is in time. It was actually Aubrey Leach who came in and pinch ran there for Kowalik, who's the catcher, to give her a little bit more time to get that catcher's gear on, but she's caught stealing, and that ends up ending the first inning here. And we get to see the great arm of Savannah Jaquish. So no score, Team USA leading 1-0 as we go to the top inning with a Jada Coleman catch in center where she covers a ton of ground, and then we see the catcher also throw out a base runner. This one is right down the left field line from Hannah Flippin, and see a double from Flippin. First extra base hit that wasn't a homer that we've seen today, as we've had just singles and homers, but able to catch that line and go all the way down to second base.
Yeah, and first pitch swinging. I like that about Hannah Flippen. Just aggressive. First pitch you get, take advantage, do what you can with it.
And now we see Savannah Jaquish at the plate. And she takes strike one. Down the right field line, just foul. That would have scored a run and extended the Team USA lead, but Jaquish will have to come back. Jaquish, one of the older members of Team USA, but one of the great backstops as this one's fouled off to the left side too. And it's another thing that Patty Gasso was talking about, was wanting to lean on some of these veterans.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's just had a wonderful career. She plays overseas in Japan.
That one into left center field and a dive, but just off the glove of Sierra Sacco. Coming in to score is Flippen, and it's 2-0 on the double from Savannah Jaquish. What an effort there from Sacco.
Excellent effort, and she covered so much ground trying to get to that ball. She just missed that, but she had a great read on it. So close.
Some of those analytics will tell you the ideal route to take to a ball, and I think she had the ideal route.
Yeah, she did. She was on it. She just missed it on the extension of the dive.
Tiare Jennings now at the plate for Team USA, the DP in this one. Jennings went 1 for 1 in game one before being lifted for a pinch hitter. Now is ahead in the count, 2-0. Team USA leads now 2-0 after back-to-back doubles. Now Jennings way ahead in the count, 3-0. Pickens taking a little bit of time to gather herself. Finds a strike zone here, 3 balls and a strike to Jennings. That's inside and ball 4. First walk for Pickens. Puts runners at first and second base for Jesse Warren. Warren went 1 for 2 with an RBI in game one. Has a good chance for some more here with runners at first and second, and nobody out. And this one's fouled off by Warren. Good opportunity to see how Pickens can handle some adversity here with a tough jam right now.
Yeah, and I enjoy seeing her against the pros. I think since she's still in college, you know, she's not having this much experience against this many quality vetted hitters. So I enjoy getting to see her kind of battle through this.
On the ground over to third base, or over to the left side, and Koffel will go to third base with it to Grant and get the lead runner there. And just where that was placed, no chance at a double play, so get the lead runner there and still have runners at first and second, but now you got 1 out. And that looks like it may be it for Carlin Pickens, as the All-Stars will make a change in the circle and bring in Caitlin Terry. Caitlin Terry is one of those players that could play a couple of positions. She's a pitcher, also will play the outfield for UCLA, just a sophomore. And she may be one of the younger players that we see here today.
Yeah, and I think just knowing she's capable of coming out of the pitcher's circle and being comfortable in other positions, I think that's huge for her and her development within this pipeline and player pool of being with Team USA. Caitlin Terry, she's actually, I think she just committed to Texas Tech. I think she transferred out of UCLA after this season ended, which means she's going to have some experience with Nigeri Kennedy. Let me triple check that. I may be getting the UCLA pitchers mixed up, and that's not good.
Well, the final line for Pickens is an inning in the third, 4 hits, 2 runs, just 1 is earned. Strikes out 1 and walks 1. But again, she did get the save. Or excuse me, Pickens, not Pickens got the, that was Guilfoyle, but Pickens pitched in the first game, but also went 2/3 of an inning in that one as well. Yeah, it looks like
Okay, I'm
Texas
correct.
And she starts off, Amanda Lorenz with a strike here as Team USA goes back up to the top of the order. Lorenz struck out looking against Pickens to start the game. This one's fouled off. Yeah, Terry's from Glendale, Arizona. And last season, 2024, she was named the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Lefty comes inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Lorenz. This year put up great numbers. 20-5. The 2.64 ERA. An average more than a strikeout per inning as this one's fouled off to the left side. 172 strikeouts and 148 in the third innings. Then also hit 257 at the plate. And this one's tapped right back to her, and again, they go to third base to get the lead runner.
And that's what you want to see out of a pitcher like Caitlin Terry, just somebody who can do it all. I think with her being so young, the development that they're going to see throughout the next few years, she's only going to get better. And I'm excited to see that for her.
And no hesitation with that coming back to her as well. She knew exactly where she was going with the ball if it came to her, and this one's popped straight up in the air, and third baseman Grant comes in to get it. And so they get out of a little bit of a jam there, but the back-to-back doubles give Team USA a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the second inning.
And with that, there's small businesses within the national governing body. And so you'll have, for example, USA Softball of Oklahoma, and that's not based out of this facility or this headquarter. You have USA Softball of Texas and USA Softball of Dallas. You have USA Softball of Houston. So there's so many different entities where all of the young girls and, they have adult pitch and things like that, but you have so many associations that feed into the national office, which in turn turns to supporting these young ladies, supporting the men's team, supporting all of the national teams, and playing in your local association is what really helps these teams succeed and travel and do all of the things that make them successful.
Jocelyn Allo, first pitch swinging, lifts this one to left field, and Bubba Nichols is there to make the catch. But you see, someone like Allo, she's from Hawaii.
Yep.
And we see a lot of teams from around here as far as the collegiate teams, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. We see them all do well too, but you see it from both coasts too. We have players from Virginia Tech on the East Coast and players from UCLA on the West Coast. I mean, it's truly a national game.
Yeah, and it starts so young. I know I started playing softball when I was 4. I don't know if that's typical of these women out on the field, but USA Softball was the only option to play at my age. And so I think just understanding that those opportunities start at such a young age, but if you play USA Softball in your local communities, that is essentially what's what the pipeline is to get to this national stage.
And you talk about all the different, it's not just Olympic or international USA softball. There is so many different games as far as fast pitch and slow pitch and men's and women's and girls and boys. It's so many different.
Modified, yeah, there's so many opportunities.
Danielle Gibson here looks at strike two, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gibson, and just going to the USA Softball website and you click the drop-down menu, and there's about 80 different options that you can click on.
Yeah.
Just there's so much involved with it. Oh, nice catch there.
Nice. Oh, Tiare's dad.
And even better, gives it to a kid. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gibson. Gibson went 0 for 1 in game 1. It's Lexi Kilfoyle still out there. Fouled off again. This one catches the screen. No one gets that souvenir.
It's a good battle. Coach Gasso's working over there.
Yeah, this is a situation where she's out there the whole game. She's been coaching third base for both Team USA and the All-Stars. She's not getting much of a rest out there. Misses upstairs, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Gibson. This one's hit high into the air to deep center, but Coleman ranging back to the wall, and she gets, did she catch it? I think she did. Wow. You said it earlier, Jada Coleman, no one plays the wall better than her, and she just shows it right there, robbing Danielle Gibson of a homer.
And you could tell that was a little tricky to keep up with. You could tell the wind had a little something to do with the movement of that ball, but she stuck with it, found her way to the wall, and brought that right back in.
You can see behind her, too, that she doesn't have the luxury of the warning track either. She really needed to know where she was.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I mean, every time she's played on this field, there's been a warning track. So for her to be able to find that without having that warning track, she's good at what she does.
Corey McMillan now to the plate. And she's going to try to test Coleman as well, but Coleman won't be able to get to that one. It's a home run for Corey McMillan to put the All-Stars on the board. And that one just cleared the wall. I think if Coleman was playing towards left center way over there for some reason, she might have had a shot at it, but that one just hit on a line out to left center field.
Yeah, that was a really good piece of hitting. She saw that down in the zone, let it travel a little bit later, and sent that opposite field.
So that makes it 2-1, still Team USA on top. As Sierra Sacco comes to the plate. Sacco was leadoff hitter in game 1. Here she bats 7th and takes strike 1. Sacco's another great defensive center fielder on the other side. Saw her nearly make a great diving catch earlier today. And now she's in a hole, 0-2. Went 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts in game 1. Tried to nip that edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Sierra Sacco. Stays alive, 1 ball and 2 strikes. All-American from Mississippi State, hit .438 this year. called strike 3. Got her with the off-speed pitch on that outer half. Second strikeout today for Kilfoyle, but not before Corey McMillan hits that home run to left center field, cuts the Team USA lead in half. It's 2-1 as we head to the top half of the third. Top half of the third is Team USA leads the All-Stars 2-1 as Kinzie Hansen digs into the box to get ready to lead off the third inning for Team USA, and kind of seen a lot here through the first just 2 innings. With a home run, a robbery, we've seen some great defense. It's just been a lot here so far in just 2 innings.
Yeah, I think that's the goal here. I think all of these girls are so talented. They've got to show what they can do defensively. They've got to show off in the box. The pitchers are doing a pretty good job. But I think we won't be cut short here on the talent and abilities of these athletes.
Kinzie Hansen looks at strike 1 here. Hansen single to center her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Caitlin Terry still out in the circle for the All-Stars after collecting a couple of outs in the second. Takes something off there, but misses outside. Ball and a strike to Hansen. Comes in with a fastball, and this one's fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes now to Hansen.
Have you gotten to make a play up here yet?
Not yet. There was one that came directionally our way, but it was a few dozen feet below us. But I'm ready. I didn't bring my glove, but
we got to make a play.
2-2 here to Hansen. Reaches out, pokes it foul. Hansen just does enough to stay alive. Hansen leading off the third here. Waits on it, drives it to center, but right there to make the catch is Sierra Sacco, and there's one away.
Big out for Caitlin Terry. Get that leadoff batter out and your 3-hole. It's a big out.
Dealing with the middle of the order here, 3, 4, 5 due up in this inning. For the All-Stars, they hate to have runners on pace with these batters up to the plate.
Yeah, you're not safe facing these lineups.
We talked a little bit about it, but when these pitchers are facing other collegiate teams, bottom of the order, that's when you can take a little bit something off. This one is a nice play by Corey McMillan out in left field to rob Skylar Wallace, who's now hit the ball in the screws twice, but has nothing to show for it. But bottom of the order, those college teams, especially teams that maybe aren't doing as great as the Texases and the Oklahomas and the Texas Techs of the world, you know, in a midweek game, you can maybe get by with making a few mistakes here and there, but with you're facing a team like Team USA,
yeah,
you can't make those sort of mistakes.
There is no break. Just got to be on throughout the entire lineup.
Bubba Nichols up now, RBI single in the first. She opened up the scoring in this one. They really manufactured a run there in the first with error and then a couple of singles to drive in the run. Ball and 2 strikes here now to Nichols. This one's fouled straight up, but didn't have the right angle to get it up to us. That one may live there. Still a ball and 2 strikes here to Bubba Nichols. On the ground over to short. Koffel ranges over, throws to first, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning as Team USA goes down in order. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Team USA leading the All-Stars 2-1. We talk about the youth softball, USA Softball's grassroots. The youth softball program has over 1 million members, and just tells you about just the popularity of the youth sports on the softball side.
Yeah, I think when you think of recreational softball, a lot of different leagues are sanctioned by USA Softball. So I think counting all of those young athletes and even the adult pitch and slow pitch and all of those different groups, that is where they're pulling the 1 million members from. There's so many kids nationwide, so many adults playing slow pitch, so many organizations that are sanctioned by USA Softball.
And it looks like Team USA, new pitcher, as Lexi Kilfoyle pitches the first 2 and does a good job. And so the new pitcher for Team USA is Rachel Garcia from Palmdale, California, and graduate of UCLA. A silver medalist in the Olympics in 2021. Kilfoyle goes 2 innings and gives up 2 hits and 1 run. Strikes out 2, doesn't walk a batter. Garcia now comes in, and in the World Cup last year didn't give up a run. Struck out 5 in 3 innings. As Bree Ellis comes to the plate for the first time. This one's fouled off, and Garcia is another one of those veteran presences on Team USA.
Yeah, she's been around the program for a long time. She's quality hitter, quality pitcher. Plays a little bit of first base.
Checked her swing. Does she go? No, says our first base umpire. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ellis. And Garcia had a great collegiate career at UCLA as well, winning the national championship in 2019. And 3-time Pac-12 Pitcher of the Year. This is low and outside. 2 balls and a strike here with Ellis. That one hit a mile in the air into shallow left. Wallace called off by Nichols, and Nichols drops it. All the way over to third base goes Ellis. And so many players would have just jogged that out, stayed at first base, but Ellis gets all the way over to third, and actually that was Jada Coleman who's moved over to left field.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Again, that ball was hit a mile high, just couldn't really read that correctly. Almost looks like she closed her glove before it was secured. But great job by Bree Ellis getting to third base on that. That's excellent base running.
It's Team USA infield now. Talks things over. It looks like Bubba Nichols just moved over to center field. So Coleman went to left and Nichols went to center. So Megan Grant now comes up, number 9 hitter, and the All-Stars have the tying run over at third base. One ball and no strikes to Grant. Had no errors in game 1, but each side has had an error in this one, but one by the All-Stars was a little bit of a tough luck error on a hard ground ball to second base, but just uncharacteristic there of Coleman. That one comes in and hits Grant. Immediately jogs down to first base. Looks like she's all right. Now took off her helmet, and John Barkfeld looks at the helmet, and they're going to just take her out instead. And
Like the face mask came.
yeah, they were looking at the helmet like it might have broke.
Yeah.
Attention, please. Now running at first base.
But Alyssa Brito will run for her.
Alyssa Brito.
Another look here.
Yeah.
So Brito will come into pinch run and back up to the top of the order, and Kayla Kowalik. Single to right field her first time up, but then was lifted for a pinch runner, which ended up being Aubrey Leach, who was caught stealing to end the first. And a called strike here on Kowalik. Jesse Warren way in at third base, too.
Be interesting to see if the Stars can pull off a first and third play.
Pitch out. No one moves.
Now, these athletes haven't practiced together very long, so I'm not sure if they've worked on plays like that this week, but
But it's just funny with, again, Patty Gasso kind of playing both sides.
Yeah.
Did she call for the pitch out and not steal it? I mean, she's playing it both ways. She should know what's happening on both
Yeah.
sides.
she's got to apply the pressure to the defense, but she's got to get some runs scored for her offense.
2 balls and a strike now to Kowalik here. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Tries to poke it to the left side and ends up fouling it off. We saw how fast Ellis can be. I mean, she made it to third base on a fly ball to left, so she has a bit of speed over at third base. This one lifted into the air down the right field line and just foul. Is another great effort, that time by Amanda Lorenz. But she makes the catch. I think the run scores
Yeah.
and game's tied.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's a tough play to make. You want the out, but you've got to come up throwing.
A lot of times you might see a player purposely miss a
Let
foul
that
ball that's
go, yeah.
deep like that,
Yeah.
but with her running as hard as she is, she can't judge where that foul line is to say, let's let this one go. We just try to get the out at that point.
Yeah, and I feel like in this situation too, you want to make plays like that. You want to show that you're capable of that. But you've also got to be game smart.
That one out to left field, and that one's going to get all the way to the wall. One hops the wall. Coming in to score is Ellis Britos all the way over to third, and it's an RBI double for Kayla Kowalik as it ties the game at 2. Kowalik was spraying the field here. She was fouling off pitches both ways, and this time she goes the other way and knocks it over the head of Coleman.
Yeah, she did a really good job in the box, just fouling some stuff off, getting a pitch that she could really work with. It's a really good at-bat.
And the All-Stars aren't done yet. Second and third, nobody out, and Erin Koffel comes to the plate. Ball and no strikes to Koffel. Struck out swinging her first time up. Struck out on 3 pitches her first time up, but now is ahead in the count 2-0 here with Rachel Garcia. And that's another thing about this sort of game is that you're seeing a lot of different pitchers, so you can't just, okay, they pitched me this way last time, I can adjust this way.
Right, and as often as they're switching, you're not even seeing them twice at this point. I mean, they're doing their job in the circle. They're not making it all the way around the lineup.
3-0 now. First base is open. Finds a strike zone here, 3 balls, 1 strike. And it's one of those things where a walk isn't the worst thing because it sets up force plays, but it's not like, again, you're getting a break with anyone you're seeing in the order, and you're facing the middle of the order coming up.
Garcia's got to battle out of this.
And a called strike here. Koffel thought that was ball 4. She'll come back. So full count now to the All-Star shortstop. And there's ball 4, so she does draw the walk. That is the first walk for Garcia. She has hit a batter, but now she has a walk, and it loads the bases for Aubrey Leach. Flight out to center field her last time up, so she's 0 for 1, but she did have the 2-run homer in the 7th inning in game 1. Now she bats here with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Aubrey Leach had a home run last game. And you've got Jocelyn Allo coming up next. I think in this situation, you just work down in the zone, try to get a double play.
Game tied too, 2-2. So, I mean, it doesn't get much more pressure packed than this unless it was closer to the end of the game. But runs aren't guaranteed at any point. So any run at this point could be the winning run. So got to get the outs when you can. That one in the dirt, good block by Jaquish. That's another thing that's been impressive over these 2 games is the play of the catchers.
Mm-hmm. And they're calling the game, it seems like. I haven't seen her receive any pitches from the dugout.
That one lifted into center field. Nichols is going back, and it is gone. A grand slam for Aubrey Leach. And the All-Stars have taken the lead on Leach's 2nd homer of the day. And that one got up in the air and just seemed to carry out.
Yeah, that was a really hard hit ball. And just a really good at bat by Aubrey Leach. I think they're seeing the ball so well. They're very disciplined in the box. They're getting pitches that they can really work with. That pitch just slightly up in the zone, making Garcia pay.
So that's now 5 runs here in the third as the All-Stars have taken the lead 6-2. All-Stars had a lead in game 1 as well, and Team USA was able to come back, but Jocelyn Allo now comes up to the plate. Flat out to left her first time up. She's 0 for 1. And that one hit on the screws, knocks off the glove of Flippin, and so Allo will be aboard, but hit that one very hard at second base. It was right at her, and I'm sure if you asked Flippin, she would say that she should have had that one, but
Yeah.
we'll see if they charge an error to her or if it is a hit.
And it's just so tough because you have a hitter like Allo up, you're going to play deep. If there's nobody on, you're going to play deeper than normal. I think it just ate her up, just giving herself so much space between the plate and making the play. I think they
Called
gave
strike
that
on
a
the
hit.
outside corner. Yep, they did give Allo a hit there.
Really hard hit ball.
And the lead could even be greater if Danielle Gibson wasn't robbed of a home run earlier. In center field, she flied out to center, and Jayla Coleman jumped up right at the wall and took it back. Swings through that one, and behind in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Still nobody out. Garcia's really got to battle through this.
Fouled right off the fists. As Gibson stays alive. I'm sure the coaching staff is evaluating how all these players handle adversity. As they prepare to go to China next month. Off the fist, and that one is going to find right field for a base hit. I've seen a few hard hit balls in this inning, and sometimes it's all about placement, as Gibson hit one very hard last time, and again robbed of the home run, and this time she just gets enough of it to flip it over the infield and into the outfield for a base hit, and she gets more credit for that one than the last one.
Just off the handle, but making it work. Just keeping the momentum strong on the Stars.
Now Corey McMillan comes up. She hit a home run to left center field her first time up, so she's 1 for 1. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. 5 runs are in here in the third. Looking to bunt, but that one reaches the seats. Corey McMillan, one of the better hitters in the country this year in the collegiate ranks, led the nation in home runs. Had 31 home runs and hit .432.
The stats that some of these players have are unbelievable.
There's a called strike, evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Garcia will try to put away McMillan here. And it's a called strike 3, just painted the edge on that outside corner. As Garcia picks up her first strikeout and gets the first out here of the third.
Now batting the center fielder.
And now Sierra Sacco comes up.
Sierra Sacco.
Struck out looking her last time up. She's the 9th batter of the inning. And called strike on the outside edge. Long inning here for Garcia. It's a bit cooler than it was in game 1, but it's still hot out there for her. She blows it by Sacco here. Now it seems like Garcia's getting into a little bit of a groove.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks a little bit more comfortable. I think she just knows she's got to get through this. That pitch came in pretty quick.
That one hit right back to her and throw over to first to get the out. And now there's 2 away. So Gibson and Alo move up 60 feet. Now Bree Ellis comes back up, the one who started all this. She lifted it to left field and it was dropped by Jada Coleman. This one's high. Ball and no strikes to Ellis. Came around and scored. And the double from Kowalik. That one fouled off to the left side, but got a ton of that one. The stadium just barely holds that one in.
It's a really hard hit, foul ball.
And Garcia's just got to look at that one as a loud strike.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike to Ellis. Gets Ellis a swing through that one as well, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes. As Garcia's getting started to settle down here after allowing the first 7 to reach base of the 3rd inning. He's gotten 2 out in a row, looking for number 3 here to get out of this inning. Umpire is pointing at, is that a pitch clock violation maybe? Yep, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Misses high, and now that runs a count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and getting that ball against you changes your mentality on what you wanted to throw there with a 1-2 count versus a 2-2 count.
Yeah, big time.
And it's a called strike 3. She's still able to get the strikeout, her 2nd of the game, and finally get out of the inning. But the All-Stars end up scoring 5, highlighted by the grand slam by Aubrey Leach. That gives the All-Stars a 6-2 lead as we head to the 4th inning. fouls the first pitch off to the left side.
For Team USA, the second baseman.
Caitlin Terry still in the circle for the All-Stars. She's gone an inning and 2/3 and has retired all 5 batters that she's faced. Allen just outside, 1 ball and 1 strike is Flippin doubled down the left field line and scored her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Two balls and a strike now for Flippin, and now get a chance to see what Team USA does with their back against the wall, down by 4 runs, but have 4 innings to come back. So still plenty of time for Team USA to come back to try to sweep the doubleheader. This one's popped high into the air, right side of the infield. And Leach goes back onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. There's 1 away.
This is what Coach Grasso wants to see, is them bounce back. Score some runs, get back on the board, create some momentum. You know, they're not a team that's typically together. They've only been together this week, but that's what it's going to be like in international play. You don't see each other very often. You're all in different parts of the country. You've got to be able to put it together when the time comes.
Savannah Jaquish, RBI double her last time up. Shows bunt, takes it back. I would say that Jaquish isn't the stereotypical catcher who's just a clogger. I mean, she's got some speed on her too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
and I
again
think-
makes her more well-rounded for a Team USA team, right?
Right. And she's reading the defense. I mean, we're saying that both corners are behind their bags. I mean, dropping a bunt would not hurt her.
Lifts this one into center field for a base hit. Just kind of stuck the bat out there and directed it out that way. And Jaquish has a single here with 1 out. Brings up Tiare Jennings. Walked her first time up. Called strike. So that's the first base runner that Team USA has had against Caitlin Terry. Is again, she retired the first 6 hitters that she faced. And Terry's come back and delivered back-to-back strikes here against Jennings.
And I love Terry's energy out there. I feel like she's so young, but you wouldn't know that.
Seems to be fearless out there. As comes right at Jennings, gets her to foul one back to the screen.
She's facing some veterans in this sport, great hitters. She faced Bubba Nichols, who was her assistant coach at UCLA. She had success against Bubba. I mean, she's getting after it out there.
That one hit high into the air, shallow center. Sacco makes the easy play, and there's now 2 away. And now Jessie Warren comes to the plate, reached on a fielder's choice her last time up, so she's 0 for 1. And we'll see Jaquish come out for a pinch runner. And that's the other catcher on the roster, and Lily Pula. And that one is caught by the catcher, Kowalik, and that retires the side. So they do get a hit, but can't get Jaquish or then Muipula off of first base. And so we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. All-Stars are leading Team USA. It's 6-2. Just good heads-up play. Didn't even have time to take off the mask as Kowalik goes and makes the catch. Just able to find that ball very quickly.
Yeah, really good plays by the All-Stars. I mean, they are on their toes. They're making the plays. And Caitlin Terry just looking really good in the circle.
Not intimidated, not scared of the opponent or anything along those lines. They are playing very, very well here in this one.
I think it's a little bit less pressure when you're the All-Star team playing against the named, USA team. You don't have a lot to lose, but I think they're getting out there and they're showing what they're capable of. They want to be on that roster.
Talked a little bit about it, but in addition to youth softball, USA Softball provides people of all ages the opportunity to play the game they love at a variety of levels: recreational, league, tournament, and national championship play for fast pitch, slow pitch, and modified pitch. So it seems like there's something for everybody.
Yeah, and a lot of those events happen here on this stage at this facility. You'll see men's fast pitch, men's slow pitch. You see the Women's College World Series. You'll see national championships for youth, young women. You'll see all divisions playing here. There's so much that goes into USA Softball.
And just yesterday, yeah, they had the game scheduled here on the main field, but there are 3 fields that are beyond the left field corner, and they had youth games playing out there.
Yeah, there's a ton of youth events that go on all summer, all year long, really. I think their season kicks off end of February and goes through September. Lots of high school events go on here. There's so much that happens here at this park, but within USA Softball themselves, the men's leagues are really cool to watch. Men's fast pitch, men's slow pitch. I mean, those guys can swing, but then the youth, the young ladies that get the opportunity to play out on this field, who are World Series hopeful, who want to play on this stage, they get those opportunities through USA Softball.
First pitch swinging here, and it's fouled back by Alyssa Brito, who came in after Megan Grant got hit by a pitch. So this is her first at-bat of this game. So 0-1 here to Brito of the All-Star team. Went 0 for 3 in the first game. This one's a little high.
Hoping Garcia gets off to a little bit of a better start this time around. She's a really good pitcher. She's got some good stuff.
That one off the fist, fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes to Brito. So we had a little bit of a change in the infield as well, as Hannah Flippins moved from second to third, and then Janae Jefferson has come into the game at second base now. So Jessie Warren is out. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner to Brito. And as much as Garcia struggled there in that third inning, she's now retired 4 in a row, 3 of them on strikeouts looking. And now Kayla Kowalik comes to the plate, who's 2 for 2. She's had a great game. RBI double to left and scored, and she's also singled today. Want to know to Kowalik, and another one that's not, I say that, stereotypical catcher type. You don't see catchers leading off, but when you have someone like Kowalik, it's not a bad move to put her in that one spot. Off the fist, a soft liner to short. Skylar Wallace able to get under that one easily, and there's 2 away.
Rachel Garcia really working the hands on that pitch. It's making it really tough to get the barrel on that.
Now Erin Koffel comes back up, walked her last time. Looks at ball one inside. Called strike on the inside corner here, and
Turn heat.
Garcia is really settled down now and seems to be in the groove that we expected her to be in when she came in. And it could be as simple as just Garcia thought that that fly ball to left field would have been an out, and it ends up being a runner on third instead, and just affected her a little bit more than she would like, I'm sure, but it probably did affect her a bit.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to be able to make those routine outs.
Down the right field line, just foul. So it stays a ball and 2 strikes here to Koffel. Just missed high. Tried to get that 4th punch out here.
These hitters are disciplined too. There's not a lot of pitches they're swinging at that are out of the zone or questionable.
Yeah, and as good as the pitchers are in changing speeds, location, in and out, up and down, I don't think I've seen a pitcher here, or a hitter here, I should say, off balance at all today.
Yeah. Not a lot of chasing.
I guess that's why they're here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't do that sort of thing. 3-2 misses up and away and ends up being ball 4. Second walk for Koffel and second walk for Garcia as well, and ends up bringing up Aubrey Leach, who has the big hit today. The grand slam her last time up, out to left center. As Leach has had the best day out of everybody. Couple of homers. Has driven in 6. Scored 3 times. She takes strike 1 here. Yeah, she hits 2 homers and then shows bunt.
This is the hitter that Garcia wants to get after.
A little redemption.
Yep.
Missed away again. Or should say for the first time, 1 ball, 1 strike is nipped the outside edge. Allen catches the inside corner again. Changing locations in and out. Not sure where to look for a pitch to be, as Garcia is so good at just catching either side of the plate. Swings and a miss there from Aubrey Leach, and ends up being the 4th strikeout for Garcia, and ends the top half, or excuse me, the bottom half of the 4th inning. Is it is now 6-2 as we head to the 5th inning, with Team USA coming up to bat, down by 4. For Team USA here at Devon Park in Oklahoma City, the softball capital of the world. Brandon Hart here with Destiny Martinez. And Team USA, 3 innings to try to come back from this deficit, but top of the order due up. But they've been facing a tough pitcher in Caitlin Terry, who's been great one time through the order and just allowed a single, and that was it.
Yeah, she's forced a lot of pop flies. Getting these hitters just to get underneath that ball.
Amanda Lorenz will lead off. She's 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up and was the first batter that Terry faced once she came out of the bullpen. But this lefty from UCLA, and now I guess talked about how going to Texas Tech for next season, but she's been great. First pitch swinging, having to range way over, and Leach unable to pick it up cleanly to get the throw over to first, but even if she does, I'm not sure she can get the speedy Lorenz.
Yeah, I think that's a base hit regardless. Just great placement, making her really cover some ground on that, but Lorenz is beating that out.
Now Jada Coleman comes to the plate. Coleman's 0 for 2, but scored a run after reaching on an error in the first. Ball no strikes here to Coleman. Two balls and no strikes to Coleman. Now Terry. Behind the count, 3-0 here with Coleman. And 3-4-5 due up next for Team USA. And called striking the way Coleman took that pitch. She wasn't taking all the way. It looked like she was ready to rip it if it was the pitch she wanted. And she does. She rips it into left field for a base hit. And the first 2 are aboard here in the 5th inning as Team USA cooking, trying to get those runs back from the 5-run 3rd inning. And that looks like that's going to be it for Terry. And it'll be Tegan Cavan to come up into the circle now.
And Caitlin Terry did a really good job in the circle. Keeping these Team USA hitters from scoring, really from getting on base till now. She did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, just one lone single before this inning, which ended up with back-to-back singles. And so Terry ends up going 2 2/3 innings and gives up 3 hits, but as it stands now, no runs. Didn't walk a batter, didn't strike out a batter either. But the national champion, Tegan Cavan, comes into the circle now and was the Women's College World Series most outstanding player. As in the College World Series, 4-0, didn't give up an earned run with 18 strikeouts and 31 2/3 innings, but nearly over 30 innings, doesn't give up a run to the best teams in the country. She was fantastic.
Yeah, that's incredible. That stat is really good. And she's seeing some of the best hitters in college. Now we're going to see her face some of the best hitters
in the world. And she comes in with a little bit of adversity, too. Nobody out and runners at first and second. See how she responds there. She's someone that is normally a starter for Texas. See how she does coming out of the bullpen here. Is She now has to face Kinsey Hansen.
See Kinsey Hansen kind of chuckle.
1 for 2 with a single up the middle. Reaches out, pokes this one, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Everyone just moves up a base. And 3 singles here to start the 5th, and none of them really hit all that hard.
Yeah.
And that's just softball sometimes.
Yeah, just got to piece it together, pass the torch, keep the inning alive, and move your runners.
Reaches way out and down and just got enough of the bat to send it into center.
Yeah, probably not the best pitch selection, but she made it work.
Now Skylar Wallace looks at strike 1. And Wallace has hit the ball hard both times, lining it to third base and flying out to left as well, but hit the ball hard both times. But bases loaded, tying run at the plate now, 6-2. And that one finds center field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and the lead is cut in half. It's now 6-4 on the 2-run single from Skylar Wallace. And again, good hit ball just past the diving Leach. Or if that's hit 3 feet more to the right, it ends up maybe even being a double play.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really hard hit ball to get it through. But if Leach was just slightly over.
And that closes the book on Terry, who ends up getting charged with a couple of runs. Now Bubba Nichols comes to the plate.
Now batting the center fielder, number 48, Bubba Nichols.
Still 2 on, nobody out. First pitch is low to Nichols. RBI single in the first. Now 2-0 to Nichols. Kavon this year was 28-5 for Texas. The 2.16 ERA. 230 strikeouts over 207 innings. That one over to second base. Could be 2, and they end up getting 1 as Leach kind of gloved it and then left it on the ground for Koffel to pick up. Ends up still getting the out, but an interesting one at that.
It ended up working out. Just kind of scoot that over. You go ahead and grab that. See if you can make a double play.
And it just, I mean, look, the way Leach had it, it looked like she was planning on just using the glove, not going to the bare hand to toss it to her or anything along those lines. It looked like that was the plan, just not along the ground. Puts runners on the corners here for Hannah Flippin. Doubled down the left field line and scored in the second. It's also popped out to second base. Team USA trying to scratch their way back in this one. 2 runs are in here in the 5th. Now trailing 6-4, but tying run on base. Go-ahead runs at the plate. Fouled off left side. Two balls and 2 strikes. And this one popped high in the air, right in the middle of the infield, and shortstop Koffel comes over to make the catch. There's 2 away. So Savannah Jaquish back at the plate, 2 for 2. Takes a called strike. Molipola pinch ran for her, but Jaquish came back in.
There's an international rule that you've got to keep one foot in the box. So we saw Savannah kind of kick her foot back in with that oops look. You don't see that in college. We see girls walking towards the dugout. International, you've got to keep one foot in.
That was one thing I was talking with Patty Gasso about, was the differences between the college game and the international game. And they're not a lot, but there are subtle ones, and that's one of them, is having to keep that foot in the box. And you see the outfield wall is at a different spot than what it was for the College World Series. That's one of the other ones, is that there's a specific
farther fence,
standard on what it's supposed to be. Fouled off right side.
The safety bag, you don't typically see that in college. Although I do like that.
I like the safety bag.
like
They
the
should
safety
have it at baseball and softball, all levels. That is just too small of an area, and you've seen too many collisions there. And I mean, that runner's lane is there for a reason, but it ends up being different because you're supposed to run in foul territory, but then go into fair territory right when you get to the bag, and just get interference and obstruction calls, and no one knows what they're supposed to do. But if you put that safety bag out there, that solves your problem. You're supposed to run down that runner's lane and stay in foul territory and just go right there.
Eliminate some chaos.
Another foul ball from Jaquish.
Bats are a little bit different. It's a different international bat list from the NCAA bats.
A more restricted list, or is it a more expansive list?
More expansive. The composition is different.
Another high pop-up, shallow left, but going back to take it is Koffel, and 2 runs come in for Team USA. They've cut the lead in half. It's now 6-4 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Talked a little bit about the pipeline for the national women's team. USA Softball has also the high-performance program known as the Pipeline to the women's national team. The HPP will identify a pool of athletes to train, compete, and represent USA Softball through domestic and international competition. The program focuses on providing an equal opportunity for players to show their talent while growing the game of softball in the U.S.
Yeah, the HPP program is one of my favorite programs that was established pretty recently. I think it's in a really good place now, but they take identifiers across the country. So there's local identifiers for everybody to attend nationwide, and it's to help Team USA identify talent, so that way you don't necessarily have to play for those well-known travel ball teams in your area and hope that you get seen through that. There's opportunities to sign up and be identified through your local association. So with that, you can sign up for your local HPP identifier. You show up, you go through a course of, we'll see how hard you throw, we'll see how fast you run, we'll see you on defense, get some swings in, we'll watch the pitchers throw, watch the catchers catch. And that's one way to be identified without having to play on these specific travel ball teams and make that your only source of being identified or your only chance at playing for Team USA. So we want to give more opportunities to everybody nationwide, no matter who you play for, and help you be identified. And so that's one way to do it. And then if you're identified out of that identifier, so if you stand out at that event, you can go on and be part of a national identifier, which is held in Florida at the Jackie Robinson Training Center, where it's a huge pool of athletes who come in and show what they're capable of. And it's You get to go up against people your age, and it's a really cool event to just help you be seen.
Because Team USA, the national team, gets the most exposure with going to the Olympics and all these international events, but there are international events for a bunch of different age groups.
Yes. Right now we have U15 competing. There's
Is that the one that's in Italy right now, maybe?
U17.
One of those is in,
One of those is, yes.
in Italy right now.
And yeah, so the WBSC is looking for all ages, and you know, you can see the World Series stage and see who the top talent is at this level. But who is the top talent at 15U or 13U or 17U? Who is that, and how do you find them? And that's why the HPP program, the high performance program, was developed, was to help us find you. If you're, you know, in the middle of Rhode Island, you have that opportunity. If you're in the middle of Florida and you're not playing on a competitive team, how can we still find you? And those are events that you can sign up for.
Talked about how USA softball has sanctions in every state, and I mean, there's no better player to talk about that with than Jocelyn Allo at the plate from Hawaii. She rips this one into left field, but has a little bit too much carry there, and Coleman's able to make the catch. So there's one out in the fifth. Looks like we might have a change here now. So Garcia comes out. And big ovation with Kelly Maxwell coming into the circle. Former Sooner. Lefty started her collegiate career at Oklahoma State, went over to Oklahoma and won national championship 2024.
Attention, please. Now pitching for Team USA, number 28, Kelly Maxwell.
Kelly's a phenomenal pitcher, just signed with the Oklahoma City Spark for the rest of the summer. Keeping her in Oklahoma.
And she pitched well at the World Cup last year, 1.56 ERA with 14 strikeouts and just 9 innings. So was able to pitch well there. Get back into international play next month in the World Games in China.
Team USA would like to wish Kelly Maxwell's mother, Sue Maxwell, a happy birthday.
Just announced that Maxwell's mother, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday to her. Gets a smile out of Kelly as well. So for Garcia, ended up being 2 1/3 innings with 4 hits, 5 runs. 4 of those were earned. Walked 2, struck out 4. And a lot of that coming before she was able to sit down. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of her last 8 batters that she faced. First pitch swinging, and Gibson grounds out over to first base.
Tiare Jennings over at first base.
Now batting the left fielder, number 61,
He's back to playing multiple positions, being open to trying new things.
Corey McMillan hit a home run earlier. Solo shot out to left center. She's 1 for 2. That's here with 2 outs, no one on base. Bottom of the 5th. Lefty-lefty matchup as Maxwell misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big swing there from McMillan. Evens things up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit outside there and runs a count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one's low. That walks McMillan. First walk there for Maxwell and brings up Sierra Sacco. 0 for 2. Hit it right back to Garcia, her last time up. Hit it hard, and Garcia was able to catch it on 1 hop and throw her out at first. Swings through that one, 0-1 to Sacco. Runner goes, throw down to second is not in time. The speedy McMillan able to swipe second. Have a look here.
Good play. I mean, really good throw by Janquist, just not in time.
Now, yeah, it's 0-2 to Sacco as she looks at that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Maxwell tries to keep the deficit at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Evens things up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Checked her swing, but able to hold off. Runs a count full for the 2nd straight batter now.
It is working quick in the circle.
Jaquish calls time. Now we're ready to go. Inside for ball 4, but it gets by Jaquish, and so McMillan's able to move up to 3rd base. So now that puts runners on the corners here. 2 outs in the 5th. They'll meet in the circle to talk this one over.
Jaquish and Maxwell got to get on the same page. Saw her shake off quite a few pitches. Discussing a potential 1st and 3rd. Just understanding the speed of the runners. There's 2 outs, so you don't want to get too caught up in that. But
you talk about how Team USA like this, they don't get to play together like a college team does for 9 months out of the year.
Right.
They're here, you can count them in weeks and days that they get to really play together. And so when you are presented with a situation like that, it's imperative that you get on the same page and, okay, this is what we will do in this sort of situation.
Right.
As Reese Atwood now comes to the plate, in place of Bree Ellis. Atwood was 0 for 3 and caught in the first game. Now Maxwell ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Atwood led the nation in RBIs this year, had 89 of them. Has an RBI opportunity here with runners on the corners. Just got a piece to stay alive. There's still that ball on the screen, hasn't moved. Still there. Named the catcher of the year this year was Atwood. Ooh, watch out.
Atwood was extremely fun to watch with the Texas Longhorns. Great leader.
Misses outside, runner goes, and now everyone back to their bases as Wallace runs Sacco back to first. McMillan stays on the bag as well, didn't want to test Wallace.
I love the aggressiveness that Wallace received that ball with. She was very heads up about the runner at third, but determined to chase her back.
This one's skied to the right side of the infield, and it's Jefferson who makes the catch and ends the threat in the 5th. As the All-Stars leave runners on the corners, but All-Stars still have the lead over Team USA. It's 6-4 heading to the 6th. Tegan Cavan is still out in the circle for the All-Stars.
I think one thing that can be talked about too that we don't typically talk about is the umpire program that USA Softball has. It's a wonderful program, lots of training, but that is also a pipeline to potentially be an umpire for the Olympic Games. You can start young, you can start at the recreational leagues, start umpiring T-ball to try to get into it, and there's umpire schools across the country. But I think that's one thing that doesn't get talked about enough. Our sport needs umpires to operate, and the USA Softball umpiring program is one of the best.
Yeah, that's one thing that would be easily overlooked is the umpire part
Yeah.
of softball is.
It's a tough job. No one wants to be yelled at, but we need them.
Deja Willipolas gonna bat here for Jennings. Takes a called strike, and so now she's in the hole, 0-2. Willipola is 1 for 2 in the first game with a walk and a strikeout. Did score a run as well. And Team USA's win in the first game. This one's popped up to the right side and foul ground, and almost made the catch there. Still got it, still gave it to a kid. On the ground, fouled off. Looks like we have a few defensive changes out there as well. As looks like that's Megan Grant over at third base. As Brito was at third. Grant started at third. I think Grant's back. That one's fouled back. I think Aubrey Leach moved out into right field maybe. Yeah, Leach is in right. Ball and 2 strikes now. Fouled off again.
Deja, one of the best hitters I've seen. She's one of those athletes who plays overseas in Japan. She plays professionally in the AUSL League. She stays busy with softball.
That one in the dirt, holds off of there. Alyssa Brito's moved over to second base. This one popped up, might stay in play here. And Grant comes over to make the catch. So there's now one away.
Now batting the second baseman, number 22, Janae Jefferson.
So now Janae Jefferson comes up to the plate for the first time and rips this one into center and just over the head of the center fielder there is Sierra Sacco. Gets it back in quickly, but not before Jefferson standing on second base. First pitch swinging as she was ready to go.
First pitch and attacking. I mean, you see that ball up in the zone. That was a mistake by Tegan Cavan, just leaving that ball belt high. But Janae Jefferson not letting that go.
Now Amanda Lorenz at the plate. Looks at ball 2 outside. Lorenz singled to right and scored her last time up. Now 3-0. That double by Jefferson was Team USA's 10th hit today. Still trailing 6-4.
The All-Stars having 6 hits and 6 runs.
In the dirt, but good block there. Keeps Jefferson at second, but still allows Lorenz to walk. First walk for Cavan, and now everyone will meet together. I even think Leach came all the way out from right field. She wants to meet in there too. Doesn't want to be left out. And I mean, you know that as an outfielder. Do you feel left out during these
Yes,
circle visits?
1000%. Yep.
And really during pitching changes, the outfielders get together for that. But for these short little meetings, I mean, it's not often you get to say what's up to the rest of the outfielders.
Yeah. I mean, Aubrey Leach is experienced in the infield, and I think, you know, she can add some value to that conversation. She's familiar with Jada Coleman and what Jada can do. I think just encouraging the infield to stay on their toes, as Jada Coleman is a triple threat. She's going to apply some pressure to this infield.
Coleman singled her last time up. Takes a called strike as Team USA trying to battle back. All-Stars scored 5 runs in the third to take a 6-2 lead. Team USA got 2 runs in the top of the 5th, now have 2 on here in the top of the 6th. Called strike with Coleman showing bunt, taking it back, and looks like she may have thought that one was a bit outside. But all of the infielders moving on her showing that bunt. Everyone knowing their responsibility and where they're supposed to go with these runners and this hitter. Watches that one outside, ball and 2 strikes. That one poked over to short, and it gets by Koffel and into left center field. Around third goes Jefferson. She will score, and now it's a one-run game at 6-5. That ball just caught Koffel a little in between. She wasn't sure on whether to charge it to try to catch the line drive or back up for a better hop, and just got caught in between there.
Yeah, I think, just opening up that left side of your body gives that ball an opportunity to get through you. In that situation, you want to square up against that and just keep it in front.
Ends up going as a single for Coleman and an RBI. Now Kinsey Hansen comes back up to the plate and looks at strike one. 2 for 3 in this one, 2 singles to center, and now tying runs at second, go-ahead run over at first. Another called strike here, and Hansen's now in a hole, 0-2.
Kivana's done a really good job with the count. She's getting ahead in the count.
That one into center field, and having to go back as Sacco and really froze there is when it's hit right at you like that. It's hard to determine, is it going to be in front of me, behind me, that sort of thing. And Sacco, though, able to read it nicely and run it down for the out, and also keep both runners at their bases as well by getting it back in quickly. And now Skylar Wallace comes to the plate, who's 1 for 3. Wallace singled into center her last time up. Called strike on the outer edge. And Wallace is the one that hit the ball hard twice and got a couple of outs, and then off the end of the bat was able to get her single. That time she hits it square, and it's into left center field. Short hops the wall. 1 run comes in to score. All the way around third base, and Coleman will score as well. And Team USA has taken the lead 7-6 on the 2-run double from Skylar Wallace. And
she's been hitting the ball well all night. I mean, it hasn't fallen every time, but she is seeing the ball so well.
And Coleman had the benefit of there being 2 outs there, so she can run as soon as it was hit, and was able to motor all the way around from first to score and make it 7-6. Team USA now on top. Bubba Nichols at the plate, 1 for 3 today. RBI single all the way back in the first. Team USA looks for more here. Popped up foul ground, and I'll reach the screen. This just shows the resiliency of Team USA, even though down bigs, down 6-2. Able to fight back, and now has taken the lead by scoring 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th.
I think it goes to show just these athletes will not let up. They're so talented. They're capable of so much. Just the right timing, passing the torch, piecing it together.
One, 2 to Nichols, misses away. fouled off again. You've talked a lot about the well-roundedness of the players on Team USA, and each time I look out on the bases when Team USA has players on the bases, it's like, oh, they have good speed. They have good speed. Everyone can run.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's what it takes to be out here. You've got to be willing to do a lot more. I think in college you're able to say, oh, you know, I'm a DP, or because like Coach Gasso mentioned, you have 25 scholarships or you got 25 people on a roster, can plug and play and give people days off. When you are with Team USA, you don't get days off.
And that one smacked into left field, and that one is gone. 2-run homer for Bubba Nichols, and Team USA has broken this game open.
I think it was just a matter of time for Bubba to show us what she can do. I mean, she's a great hitter, really working that count, seeing that ball.
No doubter out to left. Nichols makes it 9-6. And Hannah Flippin now comes up. And Team USA not done yet. That one finds the wall in right center. And Flippin's into second base with a stand-up double. Her second double today.
We talked about this lineup. There's just, you cannot let up at any point in this lineup. It's just back to back to back great hitters.
Now Savannah Jaquish to the plate, who's 2 for 3 with RBI double. It's also singled today. Want to know to the Team USA catcher. Ninth batter of the inning for Team USA is we saw the All-Stars bat around in their 5-run third. Now we see Team USA doing the same thing here in their 5-run sixth. Little late on that one.
Working through her timing.
Now she draws ball 4. And Lily Pola comes back up. First we'll have a meeting in the circle. Sean Barkfeld goes out there. Former pitching coach for Oklahoma State, head coach at Tulsa. He's been around this area for a long time. Saw him working with a few of the pitchers earlier as well, and trying to talk Kavon through this one.
He's got so much experience, and I mean, this has got to be nothing but words of encouragement. They want to see these pitchers battle through this. They want to see them face these hitters. They want a pitcher like Tegan to pull this off.
It's tough for these coaches because you want everyone to succeed, but in order to succeed, someone else has to fail. It's just, it's a tough situation to be in. Lily Pola fouled out to third to start this inning.
You only have a limited amount of time to learn the athletes. I think getting to see how she handles this mentally and emotionally, you want to leave her out there. You want to talk some confidence into her. I think it's tough just being, a coach for 2 weeks here and 2 weeks there.
Sky foul to the right side. That'll reach the seats. And with everyone responding differently to being coached, there is not a cookie cutter approach to how to do it. And I'm sure the Team USA coaches are calling these college coaches around the country saying, how do you help her in this situation,
Right.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Another one that will.
And I think that's one thing Coach Grasso is really good at, is learning how to coach you individually and as a team. And I think that that's a really hard thing to do when you're not with them as often as she gets to be with her OU team. And I think for all of these coaches to have an opportunity to learn these players, they've got to really use this time wisely.
That one into left field. Over towards the corner. McMillan makes the catch and ends the inning, but not before 5 runs come in for Team USA, and they've taken the lead over the All-Stars 9-6 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Several hard hit balls, including Bubba Nichols' home run there, the 2-run shot for Team USA.
On 5 hits with no errors and 2 runners left on base.
We've seen big innings from both sides. A lot of offense in this one.
Mariucci is proud to be a new partner of USA Softball. We're excited to team up and help drive the future of softball forward.
I feel like we've seen the coaches kind of go in between the dugouts to offer support or encouragement, instruction to both sides, and just not something you see a whole lot of. And it's just interesting to see that in this sort of game situation.
Yeah. I think you've got to get a little recap per inning of what are we feeling, what are we looking like.
So Alyssa Brito will lead off here for the All-Stars. They go 9-1-2 here. Brito struck out looking, first time up today.
Leading off for the All-Stars, number 58, Alyssa Brito.
First pitch misses outside as Kelly Maxwell stays in the circle. Maxwell's gone an inning and a third, hasn't given up a run yet. And if she can hang on, she's in line for the win.
Brito and Kelly were former teammates at OU.
That's an interesting dynamic too. We've seen teammates go at each other a couple of times and rivals as well. And it's just, there's definitely some familiarity with a lot of these players going against each other.
Oh, yeah. And I think now with the AUSL, a lot of them are playing each other professionally.
Two 2-1 to Brito. That one smacked into right center field, and that will find the wall. As Brito motors around first into second with a stand-up double to lead off the 6th inning, and All-Stars say, hey, we're not done yet either. Lead-off double here in the 6th. As Brito takes off the armor and runs it over, but she's able to find the gap in right center.
Yep. A really good piece of hitting. Good player like Brito just trying to break through, trying to be noticed to get on that Team USA roster. You've got to take advantage of the opportunities you're given.
So Jaquish is now playing first base for Team USA. This one's bunted foul up on to the screen.
Got Hansen behind the plate.
And another one that the screen is eaten. There's 3 now on top. So yeah, Kenzie Hansen behind the plate. Downward foul to the right side.
Looks like Jada Coleman is back in center field.
I'm running out of space.
I know it.
That's what I get for writing in pen.
I think that's Bubba Nichols back in left.
Yes, Nichols back over in left. That's where she started this game. And now she's going to get tested. Little basket catch for the out. One away here in the 6th. Trying to flip it out that way, but
It's a good pitch. Kelly Maxwell really working it in on the hands.
a great jump there too from Nichols. It almost looked like she was moving
Yeah.
with the swing.
Yeah.
That just shows how locked in she is defensively like that. Called strike here to Koffel. Walked a couple of times, scored in the 3rd. Ball and a strike. But again, more being adaptable with Jaquish playing first base now, not just a catcher.
Right. Yeah, we've seen her and Hansen switch out between catching and first base. I think Jaquish could play a little bit of third.
How many different gloves does she carry in her bag? So those are 3
There's no
distinct
telling.
gloves
Yeah.
between first catcher and third.
Yeah.
Nice stop behind the plate there by Hansen to keep Brito at second base. Three balls and 2 strikes to Koffel. That one's low for ball 4. Third walk from Maxwell. Runners at first and second. And Aubrey Leach back up to the plate. Hit a grand slam in the 3rd. It's part of a 3-run 5th or excuse me, a 5-run 3rd. And so now she represents the tying run at the plate. And takes a called strike. One ball and one strike to Leach. Good career at Tennessee. Named an All-American in 2018. Big swing there from Leach. She was looking to tie up the game with that one.
Good mix of speed. That's the first time we've seen an off-balance swing.
This time she stays behind it and pokes it into right field for a base hit. Throw goes into second, and so able to score is Brito. And now it's just a 2-run lead, 9-7.
It's a really good adjustment on timing.
As far as the All-Stars go, it's hard to find someone that's had a better day over these two games than Aubrey Leach. Has hit a couple of homers. Now has 7 RBIs over the 2 games.
Done a really good job in the box, seeing the ball so well.
Runners are at first and second base. And just one out. So Megan Grant will come up to the plate.
The third baseman, number 95, Megan Grant.
This one's grounded over to second base. Only play is over to first. So Grant's able to advance the runners over. Which puts the tying run in scoring position. So productive out there for Grant. And now Danielle Gibson comes up, who's 1 for 3 today. Single to right. This one's inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Gibson. Maxwell trying to hang on to this lead. Here with 2 outs. Called strike on the other edge.
Good pitch. She's trying to work both sides of the plate. I'd really love to see her work ahead in the count.
Now she evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caught that outer edge. 1 strike away from getting out of the jam here. 1 run is already in for the All-Stars. Gibson stays alive. Two balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as Maxwell gets out of the jam with minimal damage. Just 1 run comes in to score as Maxwell picks up her first strikeout of the game, and we head to the 7th. Team USA still leads. It's 9-7.
And 2 runners left on base.
The Olympic Games, 28, 29, 32, or
Back here at Devon Park. Team USA facing the All-Stars from the professional and collegiate ranks. Team USA leading 9-7. Tons of runs scored in this one. Leading off here is Janae Jefferson.
Number 22, Janae Jefferson.
Tegan Kavan still in the circle. Missed away, 2 balls, no strikes. As Jefferson hit one off the wall in center her first time up. Came around and scored as part of that 5-run 6th inning. Now another meeting in the circle here.
Familiar faces. They're a little familiar with each other.
Reese Atwood behind the plate. And called strike. And that's got to be a huge advantage, is just to have the battery be that familiar with each other. Has played a ton together. Swing there from Jefferson comes up empty.
This is a Texas reunion we've got going.
That one lined into center field, and that one again hits off the wall. Jefferson into second base with another stand-up double. That one looked a lot like the last one that she had too, that hit off the wall in center. So she's 2 for 2 in this one, just straight away center field.
God, Janae's got some pop.
Looked like it hit off that white line too, just that close to being a home run.
Number 18,
Now Amanda Lorenz at the plate.
The fence is being a little deeper. What we're used to seeing on this field, that probably would have been a home run.
Yeah, earlier this month it would have been. And now down the right field line goes Lorenz. And Jefferson scores easily on the RBI single from Lorenz. Just first pitch swinging here.
Lorenz is seeing the ball so well. She's such a good hitter. She can go all sides of the field. But seeing that inside pitch and being able to get her hands through, barrel to the ball.
Jada Coleman shows bunt, takes it back. Coleman singled twice and has scored 3 runs in this one. Team USA now up 10-7 as Coleman couldn't hang off that one. Called strike at the knees for Coleman. What does that smile tell you?
It's got to be patient.
Lifts that one into right and able to make the catch as Leach out there. And there's now 1 away. Brings up Kinsey Hansen.
now batting the catcher, number 9, Kinsey Hansen.
Hansen 2 for 4, couple of singles to center and a couple of flyouts that way too. Two 2-0 now to Hansen. Started at first base, but move behind the plate. That one low and outside, so 3 balls and no strikes now to Hansen. Called strike on the inner half. Fouls that one off. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Hansen.
Staying alive.
Hansen, part of that great run Oklahoma was on. Still is on, always on. That one up the middle, cut off at short there, and a great scoop there from Koffel to shovel it over to second base where Brito's covering. And talk about Brito, I mean, she's played third base also today. It just seems like everyone has played a couple of positions today and played it nicely too.
A really good play by Koffel over at shortstop, just covering that ground, getting to the ball, and then a little side toss just in time.
Now Lorenz is going to run over at first, so Hansen can get that catcher's gear on a little bit quicker. Skylar Wallace swings through that one, so she's now behind 0-2. Wallace with a 2-run double into left center her last time up. On the ground at first, and a foul ball.
She tried to bring it back in.
It's like framing it like a catcher trying to get a strike, but you're framing it as a fair ball. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner ends the 7th, but not before an RBI single from Amanda Lorenz drives in Janae Jefferson, extending Team USA's lead. It's 10-7 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the All-Stars.
Team USA scored 1 run on 2 hits with no errors and 1 runner left on base.
And this has just been a real great showcase. Seen some great softball over these 2 games. Some good pitching, some good hitting. Great fielding as well. I mean, it's seen a little bit of everything here tonight.
Yeah, I think just having this pool of athletes together on one field is really special. You're able to see so many different talents. You're seeing the big hitters. You're seeing the hitters who work the dirt, who work, you know, more doubles, more gap to gap. You're seeing really good pitching, good base running. This is the best of the best.
Seen stolen bases. We've seen going and advancing runners from first and second to second and third on hitting to the right side of the infield. I mean,
even just the little things, like we saw Brie Ellis on a routine pop fly standing on third base. You don't see that every day in this sport, and I think those are the little things that sets you apart to be selected to this group.
And no matter what kind of softball you like, where it's, you know, taking the extra base, or someone who just, you know, wants to see dingers. I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of have seen it all tonight.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah.
Speaking of dingers, Corey McMillan comes to the plate. She hit one back in the second.
And I think, you know, you have a named Team USA, and then you have the All-Stars, and there's really so much talent spread out through both rosters that you don't even get to look at it as, well, this is Team USA, and these are just the All-Stars. Like, no, these are talented groups of athletes all fighting to be on the same roster in 2028.
That's a shame that they both can't go and compete
Right.
at the same time in these international competitions to see, you know, how deep the pool of players that Team USA gets to pull from.
Yeah.
McMillan stays alive.
And for this quad, we're going to see a lot more consistency in the coaching. And that's something that hasn't really been done in the past. The head coach was named the year of the Olympics. And so getting to see Coach Gasso kind of grow with these athletes and learn them the next 4 years, it's a big deal.
And the fact that they have said that she is the coach for the Olympics. It's
Right.
not, she's the coach for this year and next year, and we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's,
And she's
She
on a
is-
4-year stretch.
Yep. This is
3
it.
years now, I guess. Yeah, and I think that's really important for the girls to have some stability and understanding who is running this program.
popped up foul ground and unable to get to that one is Hansen. Still 0-2, but sixth pitch of the at-bat coming up here for McMillan. Look there at Patty Gasso.
Kelly Kretschmann, she was an Olympian.
Kretschmann won gold in 04, silver in 08.
She's been around the high performance program. She kind of helps head that up.
2-2 now. As McMillan continues to battle with Maxwell. Swing and a miss. McMillan goes down, but not easily. As Maxwell collects her second strikeout. There's one out.
A good fight.
Now Sierra Sacco comes to the plate. Walked her last time up. Lefty-lefty matchup here with Sacco looking at ball one outside. That one fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sacco here with 1 out in the 7th. Team USA 10 runs, 16 hits and an error. The All-Stars with 7 runs, 8 hits and an error. Called strike. Ball and 2 strikes. Both teams had a 5-run inning. All-Stars scored 5 in the 3rd to go up 6-2. USA scored 5 in the 6th. Got them the lead. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lots of hits are on the board for both sides, but I don't feel like the pitchers have given that many up. I feel like they've done a decent job in the circle.
Fouled off again. And that one's high and runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here with Sacco as Maxwell tries to close this one out. On the ground foul. Keeps the count full. Payoff pitch again, just misses low and outside, and the All-Stars got a runner on. Second walk for Sacco. And Reese Atwood now comes up. Popped out to second her first time up.
Now batting the designated player, number 67, Reese Atwood.
Swings at the first pitch, drives this one to deep right field. No doubt about that one. And Atwood has made it a 1-run game with a 2-run homer.
Reese Atwood.
My goodness. These girls are putting up a fight. There was no question to that ball getting out of here.
So now it's a 1-run game as Atwood goes the other way with this one, showing off her strength. And this is so similar to the first game where Team USA came into the 7th with a 3-run lead. Has now given up a 2-run homer, and it's a 1-run game. This time they have 2 outs to try to get one more run across. And it's Alyssa Brito at the plate now. It's 1 for 2, doubled to right and scored her last time up. On the ground, foul to the left side. Ball on the strike here with Brito. That one's fouled back. Big cut there from Brito. Former Sooner who hit 18 homers in 2024. Swings through that one. Third strikeout for Maxwell, and now the All-Stars are down to their last out. Two outs on the bottom of the 7th, 10-9. All-Stars lead. And Kayla Kowalik comes to the plate. 2 for 4. RBI double to left. Back in the 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes to Kowalik. Also singled in the 1st. Flat out to left her last time up and lined to short. In the 4th inning.
I mean, what a game we've gotten to see. 10-9, the best players in the world.
Strike there, 1 ball and 1 strike. In some games you see are, well, they were never in doubt. And this game seems like it's always been in doubt. No lead has been safe. But now the All-Stars are down to their last strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Team USA up 10-9 with nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Maxwell's 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Team USA completes the sweep with a couple of 1-run wins, and this one ends 10-9 with Kelly Maxwell going the final 2 1/3 innings to get the win, or 2 2/3 innings to get the win, striking out 4. She was great in the circle, but we saw a ton of great players today. As we saw lots of home runs. We saw a home run robbery there from Jada Coleman. And Corey McMillan was able to find space beyond the outfield where Coleman couldn't get it on the very next batter. As Team USA found themselves in a bit of a hole. That was the Aubrey Leach grand slam that put the All-Stars up big. And then here came Team USA as they had a 5-run inning of their own, including that home run out to left field. That was Bubba Nichols who hit the 2-run shot there as Team USA wins 10-9, but the All-Stars had to make it interesting as well with that shot out to right field. So that was Reese Atwood. And now a look at all of them out there, and they really held nothing back today. They gave everyone here a show for both games. Got rained out yesterday, but both teams able to come back today and really put on a show for us tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there is no question as to why this is the group of athletes that are representing our country. I think everybody showed out today, defensively, offensively, in the circle. There were so many good plays, so many great at-bats, and I am so proud to see these athletes representing our country.